Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week.
And now look at him go. Now he's loose at the 40 and all the way down to the 33-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 32 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 56 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this curl. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And they don't get it. They Tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complimentary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Eagle defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Eagles.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Eagles in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team, because everyone gains confidence, and they feel like they can continue to get better.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed. Respected as a defender, so you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On first down, Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Back to throw. Keys throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum with the move of the football. But something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Running is Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 35, here's the 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defense?
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Washington. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Automatic first down.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Robinson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things have not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
A gain of 10 yards.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And down inside the 15 it goes. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Keys. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Keys. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield here. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game. A swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now Washington down by 2. 1:24 to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. Pass complete, Samuel.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Back to throw. Into the hands of Cooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should. Get it.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade, man.